Peace. This is Wise for Wise Words Media. And yo, I thought the Knicks were bad. But the Knicks ain't the only dysfunctional team in New York. Man, the Nets are a show. Yo, the Brooklyn Nets had a great team before. They had, and as much as it hurt me and it bothered me to admit it, the Nets had a team prior to Kevin Durant and Kyrie coming over. They had a team that was just one or two pieces away and could win it all. When they went and signed Kevin Durant and Kyrie, I said, man, they really have a chance. They really have a chance now. But Kyrie is Kyrie, and he is one of the most hard-headed players in the history of the game. People I've heard compare him to Dennis Rodman. I think that's an insult to Dennis Rodman, because at least Dennis Rodman had integrity and he played the game to win. He could do all his stuff outside the NBA, but when he was on that court, he gave you 120%. This dude Kyrie, first and foremost, him and Kevin Durant conspired together against Kenny Atkinson, who is actually a really good coach. As you can see, he's an assistant coach with the Golden State Warriors, and he just won a championship. Kenny Atkinson had that team, a team with no superstar. Their best player was D'Angelo Russell. He had them guys go to the playoffs. So he's a good coach, and they got rid of him. Kevin Durant and Kyrie got rid of him. Why? Because they said he makes them practice too much. Practice? You told me, not a game. Practice. Not a game. Practice. He made them practice too much, and he made them watch film, and they didn't like that. So they went up to upper management, complained, and got a really good coach in Kenny Atkinson fired. So they go, and they thought it was gonna be smooth sailing. They thought, oh, this is gonna be light work now. Now we're gonna run the show because we have an unexperienced coach in Steve Nash filling in the position of head coach. So much so, Kyrie Irving, when Steve Nash was hired, a reporter asked Kyrie Irving, how do you feel about Steve Nash being your coach, being that he's inexperienced as a coach? Kyrie's reply, I kid you not, was, oh, well, it's okay. I mean, you know, me and KD, we really don't need coaches anyway. Did that come back and backfire? Because when they lost to Boston, it was poetry, because how did they lose to Boston? They were out-coached. They got swept. So in any event, they still, year one of that experiment between KD and Kyrie, KD didn't play. So now second year rolls in, and instead of maintaining that squad that they had with players like LeVert, Joe Harris, Allen, Dinwiddie, etc., instead of maintaining that and plugging Kyrie and KD in to have a solidified championship run, they went and they chopped the whole team apart, and they started sending people left and right to other teams in order to get a trade for James Harden. James Harden comes to this team, and now you lose a shot blocker slash rebounder in Jared Allen. You lose a scoring option in Karis LeVert. You lose a solid backup point guard in Dinwiddie. And not only that, but they threw away so many draft picks. They got rid of so many draft picks. I think they're going to be giving up first-round picks from here to like 2027. I think they gave 4 or 5 years worth of draft picks up. So they gave up. They gutted their team and gave up all these draft picks in order to get James Harden, who plays 1 year, not even a full basketball season. I don't think he played 82 games. In 12 calendar months, James Harden requested trade and was out. And James Harden requested a trade because he's like, yo, Kevin Durant, right now, I don't know about you. You always injured. You missed the whole year. Now you missing some more games. Kyrie, this dude's out here bugging with this whole vaccine, and he don't want to play, whatever the case may be. So James is like, yo, I'm gonna go somewhere where I know dudes is playing every day. So fast forward, KD, Kyrie gets swept in the first round of the playoffs. And this fool Kyrie is sitting up in the press conference talking about, yeah, well, you know, we're going to sit down and we're going to go over the roster and we're going to see what adjustments need to be made, and we'll be back next year. This dude was talking like he was one of the owners, like he was in upper management. And now KD got fed up with it. KD had enough. This guy is flirting with other teams, talking about, yeah, I'll do a sign and trade. So he opted in, Kyrie opted in, secured his bag, got his money, but he said a part of that, he wants the Nets to reach out to like Miami, the Knicks, LA, both LA teams. And KD's like, yo, you know what? Enough's enough, man. I'm done with this guy. This guy, first of all, Harden and KD were upset with the Nets management because the Nets management allowed Kyrie to come back and play on road games because he didn't want to be vaccinated. So both Harden and KD, this was just released too, that they were upset about that, and that's where their friction with the Nets upper management started. The way they handled the Kyrie situation and how they didn't like the fact that Kyrie was basically doing whatever he wanted. They were starting to look at the organization like, yo, what y'all doing? Y'all letting this dude do whatever he want? He could come and play whenever he want, play half a season. We out here killing ourselves night after night. So now, with Kyrie, demanding the sign and trade, KD's like, yo, it's like he's caught between a rock and a hard place. He's like, all right, either this dude's gonna get signed and traded somewhere. If another team is willing to put up with him, he's gonna get traded over there, and I'm gonna be here by myself with Ben Simmons, who's like being here by myself, or he's gonna be here and something may happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might get another political uproar, and now he's gonna be missing in action for like 2-3 weeks in a critical stretch. So KD got enough of it. He had enough of it. He got fed up and he said, I'm out. So now he's requesting the trade. So to all my Net fan friends that were laughing at the dysfunction that are the New York Nets, the New York Knicks, the dysfunctional organization that we are. Yes, we are dysfunctional, but we have company in that department because you guys are just as bad, not worse. Y'all did this before. Y'all traded all these draft picks before to get an aging Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce. And y'all traded all of your trade assets. Y'all didn't have a trade pick for like 5-6 years. And you would think that the Nets would learn from that mistake and be like, damn, we mortgaged our future for years and they got us nothing. But nah, they go and do it again for an aging, out of shape James Harden. You can't make this up. So yeah, the Knicks are horrible, but we got some company in that department. So yeah, on the comment section, let me know who you think is responsible for all of this dysfunction. Is it KD, Kyrie, or upper management for letting the inmates run the asylum? On that note, I'm out. Enjoy your weekend. Peace.